Great coffee.
Ever wondered what 10 years corporate life experience looks like? Not just 10 years experience in one sector, 10 years experience in diverse sectors. Today, we are bringing you another episode from our Fireside Chat series where we bring insights from the captains of industries, C-suite executives, innovators, and entrepreneurs. Today, our spotlight is on Mofe, a young Nigerian in diaspora who has worked across different sectors. Mofe will be talking to us today to teach us how he has been able to juggle different sectors in the corporate space. He has worked in consulting, he has worked in finance, shipping, and then even people that are saving the planet, waste recycling management. And right now, he's diving into the tech space. He'll be talking to us more about one of his digital products, Things at AB said, which is a chat GPT based product. Mofe is our poster boy for 10 years experience in corporate space across different sectors. I'm sure you don't want to miss this insight. I can't wait to meet Mofe myself.
Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Fireside Chats with Corporate Lagos Niger. Today we have with us Mofe Binitie. How did I pronounce your surname well?
Binitie is fine.
It's Mofe.
Yeah.
Okay, Mofe. Wait, I'm still saying Mofe. Oh God.
So don't even stress. Just
all right. Yeah. So today we have with us Mofe Binitie, a phenomenal Nigerian in Diaspora, doing a lot of things in the tech space. I mean, guys, a whole lot of things. He left the shores of Nigeria a long time ago.
Yeah.
After he was working with Ernst & Young.
Yeah.
And then he moved to UK to do his MBA, right?
Yeah.
In said business school, that's one of the top business schools in the United Kingdom. That's from the University of Oxford, right?
Correct.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so he has cut across different sectors, finance, consulting, which is really, he's juggling a lot of things.
I think
finance, consulting, name it, shipping, that's logistics.
I think essentially what you're calling me is the jack of all trades.
I said you've juggled a lot of things.
I know.
Thank you so much, Mofe, for having us, and it's good to have you all the way from the United Kingdom in it.
Yes.
All right, Mofe. You've certainly been out of Nigeria for a while now. Yeah. How does it feel coming back to this? So, how often do you come back to Nigeria since you left?
Not that often, not often enough. But I think I miss the sun. It's weird. Like when you live here, you just look at the sun and it doesn't register. But it's like now I'm always counting down to summer. Like there's a reason they count down to summer there. Like summer is coming is because then you now know that okay, you finally feel heat on your skin. And I never thought that it'll be something I would thank God for. But yeah, it's good.
Where did you stay while you were in Nigeria? Basically, the cities you.
I lived in. I think I grew up in Benin.
Okay.
Not I think I grew up in Benin. Then we lived in Kaduna for a bit, and Abuja also when I was younger. Then I served in Delta State.
Okay.
And then moved to Lagos for.
So I think you've basically touched maybe most parts of Nigeria.
Yes.
So did you miss the Lagos traffic when you were in London?
I was very surprised that there was no traffic. I had to wake up at 6 or 7 in the morning. So that was slightly. I did not miss that one. That's how I put it.
I know. Okay, thank you, Mofe. So I will just want to get into what you're doing. You worked for a multinational, one of the top consulting firms in Nigeria, Ernst & Young, before you left for the UK. Was it worth it living? I could say that you guys are having a queue for salary in Ernst & Young. Anybody will want to work for the top 4 consulting firms. So was it worth it, you taking that chance, moving to the UK for your MBA? Was it MBA that actually took you to the UK, or you moved before you started your MBA?
So it was a bit of both. Like I co-staffed on a project for Shell. At that time, Shell was selling some of its assets, and EY was going to be their auditor the next year. So we had a conflict of interest.
Okay.
So as part of that project, I started reposting and working more with the EY UK team.
Oh, I see.
And that's how it started as a combination of both. And I then left to do the MBA. Initially, the plan was that I would come back to EY. So I took a 1-year sabbatical. And I know everybody in my department then was laughing because they said they knew I was not going to come back. And I kept saying that, I was going to come back. So yeah.
Did they really come back? I mean, when you move from Lagos to London, it's really, but it's a bit. I mean, I wouldn't want to get into your experience in MBA for University of Oxford. I'm sure that's a story for another day.
Yeah,
that's a story for another day. Okay, so I just want to get in, because like we mentioned you juggled a lot of industry. How was it? What were the nuances of transitioning into those different sectors, especially into tech, knowing that you didn't have any background on applied sciences?
I think it was a learning curve for me particularly, but the good thing is I would say that starting my career in EY was one of the best things that happened to me, because it's really tough. But that
was that the first job you did after school? Okay,
yes.
Interesting.
But it gives you a core set of skill sets that you can apply across base. And I think for me it was just that because what they used to do is throw us on consulting engagements, and you had maybe a couple of days to know as much as the clients that you were going to have the meeting with. So taking that approach and all of those, what I would say were best practices I learned in consulting and applying them to tech, so helped me learn faster than I guess I would have if I had started in another career.
Did you have to go maybe have some form of education or something to kickstart your career in tech?
No, not really. So what I had done was sort of move it bit by bit. Initially, I started more on the operations and strategy side of tech. So one of my clients who actually used to work for, do some freelance strategy work for, needed people on their operations team to sort of like optimize and streamline the processes. So that's how I started it. Then I realized that I kind of liked it. Then I got into product operations. So I then started to build up that skill set. And from product operations, I then moved more into product management, then product strategy. Then in the last one, I ended up doing a lot more payments and just design and actual build, which was a bit scary.
I can imagine.
Yeah,
I can imagine. I mean, who knows that we had these different sides in tech. I mean, tech is the in thing now, but it's actually versatile. Yeah. Just like you mentioned, you started from the operations, then you got interested in the product, and then you went into product management, and even getting yourself into building something, building an app. I mean, let's dive into that really. So tell us, what's those things Auntie AB said? What is it all about, and what inspired you to actually build that app?
I think I would say that one is maybe I wouldn't call it. It's gone through a couple of iterations to the current form. Okay. So when my mom died, what happened was I just started to remember some of the things that she used to say, some of her sayings, and I talked to a friend about it and I started writing it, and I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do with it. Initially, I wanted to build just a repository where I could put it and use it for myself. Then I realized that probably other people had that experience, like the stuff your mother said to you as a child. Yeah. And once you talk to how I look at this, once you talk to 2, 3, or 4 people, and you share the same idea, I always think maybe there's a market case for that idea. You owe it to yourself to test it. And that's how it came out. Initially, it was going to be a Slack plugin, and I'd actually built that Slack plugin, but I never deployed it because it didn't have enough of the flexibility I wanted, because I wanted people to be able to also edit it for their own moms or for whatever reason that they wanted. So using the ChatGPT model and being able to customize it for it really helped. It wasn't a lot of work to edit the LLM model. I wouldn't say edit the LLM model, but build out the chat, but I think it was more the conceptualization and testing it with people, because a lot of what I've learned to do with building products is you can't build them in your head.
Yeah.
You have to actually speak to other people to see
exactly
if does this thing actually make sense? It might make sense to you, but like everybody,
the person that they were supposed to use, and they're like, okay, what exactly is this for?
Exactly.
I know.
So yeah, so that it's been like journey, but like I said, it was just for me, it's like a form of therapy, like to sort of help me process the emotions I had about my mom's. And plus, I like to build or do stuff rather than always talk. So this just helped do that. Yeah.
It sounded like you were very close to your mom.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about that a bit?
No, let's leave.
And how the influence she had in your life growing up.
Yeah, I probably should, and I will. It's so technically, I don't know why I always say technically, I'm an only child.
Okay.
And my dad died when I was 14, so it was just me and my mom for a very long time, and we used to talk every day for hours. And even till now, I'm kind of grateful that she allowed me the opportunity to chase and follow all of my dreams. Because if I have a child and it's one child, I'm not sure I would do the same thing.
I mean, she actually allowed it to cross over all the way to London. I can imagine African mom, my only child.
Like,
no way, you have to leave. You have to leave at home with me. You have to be in the house with me and all.
So now that I'm older,
she was actually brave to do that.
Exactly. So now that I'm older, I'm more thankful of it, because I know what it takes to. I don't know what it takes, but I can imagine what it takes to be a parent. And just being able to let go, I think that's the greatest sacrifice you can give. So when she passed away, because it never occurred to me that my mother would pass away so soon, it was quite difficult. So this is just one of the outputs of that whole process of grieving.
Sorry about that. I can understand how grieving is. I mean, God rest her soul.
Amen.
So can you tell us about Tab? What's your target audience for Tab?
So the idea is, like, sometimes you're going through stuff, and I assume most moms are like this, but I may be wrong, but I think everybody's mother is like this, and they have a funny saying because of the way they've experienced life.
African mothers always have a funny saying.
Exactly, and it's just like
really they do.
And sometimes it will make you laugh, and sometimes it will also make you a bit annoyed. So it's a way to help you tap and also have that at your beck and call all the time, because that's the thing, like, all of us miss about my mom, not just me, because I had cousins and she also had godchildren that really miss her today. I wouldn't say that I'm the only person that misses her. So this was just a means and a way for all of us to try to also have some bits of her. So I realized that there's that thing that everybody has, like when you lose someone, there's some bits that you want to keep, some of the things they said to you that has really helped you in life, and that's who we're targeting. People who, particularly if you live in the diaspora and a bit far from home, and you want that ability to be able to tap into that wisdom, or just have somebody who can actually just listen sometimes and be non-judgmental, and you know that the person is in your corner rooting for you.
Mothers, superheroes without capes.
I completely agree.
Okay, thank you for that oversight. So if someone actually wants to, maybe download the app, or how can someone get this app? Say for people in Nigeria, for example. I know, because what you mentioned now, maybe mostly for people in diaspora, but what about for people in Nigeria? For fun, listening to, like we said, those usual African mothers saying, it could give you a good laugh with your friends and all. So can people in Nigeria, our audience listening, can they actually download the app or get to use the app?
Yeah, I think if you have a Chat GPT premium account, you can, and because that's how I've built it now. The idea is that if we see how much the uptake is there, then we'll take it out and actually make it a native app and probably just do API plugging. But how I've learned to do this thing is what do they say, fail fast. So I iterate it quite quickly. So just build the MVP, the easiest thing that you can build, see if people really like it and what the traction is. If it works, then you can invest more time and resources in it. That's how you use rapid prototypes, then actually see what the market is. And I've been quite surprised so far that a lot more people have used it than I thought, because I was just like, okay, I'll do it.
That was supposed to be my next question. I wanted to say, what's the acceptance like?
Right. It's been good. There's been a few people who've used it consistently on and off. I'm still looking at data. I don't know. I haven't decided yet if I want to build it for if I want to be honest, if I have the time to do it, because I really wanted to do it this year before her memorial. So maybe by then I would have figured out if it's a no-go or go decision.
Okay. I think I've learned. I mean, I should come for masterclass where you have a lot of plugins, API. In my head, I'm like, what's all that? I mean, let me hold my thoughts on that for now. I'll probably come for a masterclass for you to take. Now, you just mentioned ChatGPT. I mean, AI is the in thing, whether anybody likes it or not, and it's really evolving. And it's so. I mean, what was really amazing to me is the acceptance rate. Everybody accepts. I mean, literally everybody I know is using AI for one thing or another. If you're not using it to compose mails, you're using it for writings and all that. I mean, it's so amazing what AI can do. But what's your overall impression on AI? I mean, I know that before now we're all thinking that AI is here, or is going to take over the space or the value of humans, especially in the workspace where you have robots and all that take over the workspace. But what's your impression about AI and the evolving and how it has evolved over the years?
I don't think AI is the issue. I always think it's the people. Like, think of AI, and I think I'm not the first person to say this, but think of AI as a tool. It's like a knife. You can use a knife to do very different things. You can use a knife to prepare food. You can also use a knife to threaten. You can also use a knife to kill.
So it's all about how you use it.
It's how you use it. And the thing about when you build products like this is, no matter how you test them, no matter what you throw at them, you can never know what people will do with them. Because you as one person, or even as 10 million people, you can never conceive how 1 billion people will use something. It's just that possibility is outside your imagination. So I think it's more around how people will deploy them and how people will use them. And there will be it's like when computers came, like there will be a learning curve. There will be some things we learn the really hard way. That okay, we need to have this regulation because, and there will be some things that will just make life a lot better. So we just need to be prepared for both.
I like the way you put it. It depends on how you use it. You can actually use it for good, or you can actually use it for bad. So finally, I think we've talked about all the serious stuffs. Finally, we just want to have a bit of fun in corporate Lagos, Nigeria. We try to check our guests' Nigeria meter. You that you've not been in Nigeria for a while, I want to know if your roots in Nigeria are still strong. Are you still a Nigerian son? A real Nigerian boy. Okay, so just for fun, let's start. Jollof or fried rice?
Jollof.
Really? You're more Nigeria. Pizza or shawarma?
Shawarma.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. I just pizza is not my thing.
Okay. Pounded yam or French fries?
Yeah, I'll feel that one. French fries.
French fries. Okay. Okay. Amala Sky or Giovanni's?
Amala Sky, actually.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Do you eat amala in London?
No, I don't eat amala, but I can tell you that for Amala Sky, they have this white rice and plantain that I can swear by.
Peppered rice.
Yes.
I can imagine. Oh, Bini boy, that's true. Peppered rice in Benin. Okay, so Airpiece or Emirates?
Airpiece.
Okay. Do you know that Epis flies to UK now? Yeah, even though it doesn't stop at Heathrow's airport.
This Gatwick. I actually came with Epis.
Oh, interesting. No, you're really Nigerian. This alone has scored you the highest point. I mean, interesting. That's good. We should actually support our own.
Yeah.
We should support our own. That's interesting too.
Yeah.
So, okay, quick one. When we were growing up in a typical Nigerian home,
yeah,
if the power is restored, what's the usual phrase?
Up the power.
Okay. So finally, Burna Boy or Ed Sheeran?
That's not even a question. It's Burna Boy.
Burna Boy. He's really a Nigerian. through and through. They're really a Nigerian. Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Mofe, for this time. I understand that you have a short period of time here in Nigeria and you still need your time to come and visit us and talk to us. Thank you so much.
So thank you for having me.
So finally, before we leave, just for our audience, can you give us, maybe for the young Nigerians who are striving to pursue their dreams, any final words for them? Word of advice?
You can dream it, but you have to pay the price. That's just it.
Yeah.
But I think like the most important thing is that you have to be able to dream.
Oh, right. So dream first and then put in the work to actualize the dream.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mofe. I mean, this is where we'll call it a day for today. So thank you so much, guys. This is Corporate Lagos Niger. Keep watching. Of course, stay tuned. We have a lot of exciting things, to come. Stay tuned. Don't forget to like and don't be stingy. Share with your friends and family. Subscribe. Thank you. We'll see you next time. Bye.